As an actor, you can't control if you even get an audition for a role, what they think of how you look. You can't control who gets the job. You can't control if the show's going to be good. I'm kind of done with just an experience. I kind of want to do what I want. If I actually don't like something because it doesn't gravitate towards me, then I feel like I'm moving away from my purpose. I'm just trying to make stories that I genuinely care about so that people kind of just gravitate. You know, start as soon as possible. A year will go by. If you stop, you'll never finish. If you build relationships with people that are already close to you, that's the way, rather than reaching.
It's the saying of operate across rather than up. Welcome to the M restaurant.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a private members club.
Well, I was looking and I was like, bro, even the toilet is crazy.
Yes,
warm
nice.
toilet seat and that. I loved it. I was like, hey.
It's definitely an experience. It's a unique experience.
No, it is.
Yeah, super grateful to be in the space. Super grateful to have you.
I'm grateful to be here. Anything for Marion. Trust me.
Appreciate it. So the purpose of the podcast is basically your journey is similar to someone else's journey out there in the industry. Someone that's a recent graduate or just gone or started the acting journey. And just want to get from you how you've navigated it, because you're not just an actor, you're also an artist. Like you rap and you sing.
I would call myself just a singer though. I don't want no smoke from no rapper. I'm just a singer.
Okay, you're a singer. But yeah, so you're multifaceted.
Yeah.
There's someone that probably wants to do that as well.
Yeah.
As well as acting. So it's good to kind of talk to people who aren't like way ahead, you know what I mean? That are still kind of you can relate to.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But before we go into that, because we don't really know you.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a few like icebreaker questions.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Mind. All right. So, what's the silliest thing that you're really good at?
I can do impressions of a lot of I can do impressions like.
Oh man! Now you said it, you have to do at least one.
Okay, I'll do one.
Just one.
I can do an impression of Stitch.
Of who?
Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
Lilo. That's what I can do. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah.
Love it. Okay, what's the best prank you've ever been a part of?
There was one time, I feel like it was years ago. Yes.
It's county.
My brother was like, "Oh, I dare you," because I got this fake tattoo when I was young, and I was like, "I dare you to tell Dad that's real."
Yeah.
And yeah, my dad was like, "Hey, my son, how can you do this to me? I will slap you." But no. I was quickly like, no, it's just fake. But yeah.
Cool, nice. Okay, and the last one, if you could have unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life.
What would it be?
The first thing that comes to my mind, it's not leaving my head, is jollof rice. I don't know why, but I was like, I'm not going to say it, but it's just...
Jollof rice.
Nigerian jollof rice.
So let's go straight into the questions. Does having something else on the side, like the singing, another focus, do you find that that's helpful when navigating the unpredictable nature of the acting world?
Most definitely, because it's something that you can control. As an actor, the only thing that you can control, which is even I struggle with it sometimes. You can't control if you even get an audition for a role, what they think of how you look. Can't control anything. Like you just like who gets the job, you just at that particular time you just weren't right for it. All those kind of, you can't control what director you're gonna have, if you're gonna like the crew, if you're gonna like the cast, how you're treated. There's so many things you can't control. So it's like, even if you do get the job, there's the next hurdle of I can't control. Okay, cool. You've got the job. You like the crew. You can't control if the show's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can't control when you're next going to work. Okay, cool. I'm working. I am a consistent actor. And then you're like, okay, cool. I can't control the work that I like consistently. So much you can't control. So it's like having a creative endeavor is you're choosing to do that. That I want to do this because I like that. And I like that. So for me, it's been like empowering because it's kind of like when I see something that I don't like as an audition, I'm like, nah.
Oh, you're a bit more picky and choosy now.
I am, because I've never really just done acting, but before, when I wasn't so like hands-on with like making my own films and making music, it was kind of like, oh, but it's just an experience. And it's like, it gets to a point where it's like, I'm kind of done with just an experience. I kind of want to do what I want, or do what I don't really have an opinion on, to kind of grow and learn. Not to say I have to always do what I like, but if I actually don't like something because it doesn't gravitate towards me, then I feel like I'm moving away from my purpose of making work that I care about. Because the reason why I went into this was to do things I care about and that I like.
So what kind of films are you making at the moment?
They're 2 short films. I think they're going to come out next year. And it's just kind of like stories that have never really been told before. Black stories that have never been told before. And just stories about humanity that have just don't really get delved into, because I feel like nowadays, in terms of a lot of storytelling since COVID, it's kind of like we need to put bums in seats. We need to hop on trends. We need to do that, which is always how the industry has been. But like now more so than ever, it's a bit kind of tiresome. That's how I feel. Where it's kind of like, hop on this trend, get these bums. They'll like this because, this actor's in this and this is happening right now. So
I mean, it's called show business.
Show business, of course. And I completely, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I love the good and I love the bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's got to this point right now. How I feel is that it's just churning it out. Not a lot of thought's been put into it. Okay. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there were trends back when I was younger, but I feel like a lot of thought was being put into it. But now, since like COVID, we have to always talk about it. It's like we kind of have to get people to still see films and see theatre. Yeah. So I'm just trying to make stories that I genuinely care about, so that people kind of just gravitate.
Can I be devil's advocate here? I hear this a lot. People saying, "Oh, stories that are not being told," or "I don't see people like me on screens." I'm like, for me, growing up, okay, they were African American. I was always seeing black people. Cosby Show, That's So Raven, Living Single. I mean, Girlfriends. Like the list goes. There's so many, but I'm constantly hearing, "Oh, I'm not seeing people who look like." I'm like, but you're just negating everyone else that's been doing stuff for ages. You know what I mean? So is it that you feel like the stories that you're doing in your short film aren't being told enough? Or is it like completely, like totally different?
Yeah, actually, I change it. Aren't be told enough, because the reason why I want to do it is because I have watched every single show that you said.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rely on how it used to be. I'm just trying to do it now.
But I was going to ask, like, how do you juggle those 3 things? And do you ever find that one thing kind of takes over the other at any point?
There can't be art if there is no admin. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is no freedom without structure.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to be like the bad cop in myself and just go, okay, I need to do this now. Yeah. Now I need to do this. And like, obviously, sometimes you want to be free and just kind of do whatever you want. But if you actually want to like consistently get things done, for me personally, from my point of view, I think you have to just always put a plan in place. And sometimes that plan fails, and sometimes it's a process. Like, there are sets that I've been on where, they've said we're going to shoot this and shoot that, and they haven't done any of it. Yeah. Actually, maybe just one scene. Yeah. But that's okay. Yeah. Because planning is a process. It's always a process. And it doesn't matter how old or young you are. It's always going to be a process to like juggle things that you care about.
What do you find works for you? You were in season 1 of Borders.
Yeah.
And then you're releasing a new single, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good example of
thank you. I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you manage that?
I try and just set myself weekly targets for everything that I want to do.
Okay.
And sometimes that's just the bare minimum. But it's like, as long as it's consistent, I feel like that's the most important thing. I also have friends around me who I hold accountable and they hold me accountable. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I thought you were going to do this. What's going on? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but you said you were going to do that. So why haven't you done it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you actually look and you go, well, why haven't you actually done it? Yeah. Some sacrifices have to be made. Yeah, I feel like having good people around you and being curious with like how your plan could have been better, just like your acting could have been better. And one step at a time, really.
I think I've struggled a bit with like putting the work in on the acting side, especially when this gets really busy. And you almost neglect that a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like theatre is where you feel like, okay, cool, I'm really like, I'm doing my thing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're getting into the work, you gotta be alert. You gotta do. There's a lot of waiting around in TV. Obviously, you're still doing your thing, but it's like there's a lot of waiting around. So it's like, even me, I feel like I have to watch like a film, or I have to try and see something at least once a week or every other day if I can. So as long as you're inspired, that will allow you to be curious, and that will evoke a change in you to want to be better.
The people who are going to be graduating or have graduated that are wanting to do something similar to yours, going to music and acting, are there any kind of tips that you would give to someone that is like, you know what, I really want to do this, but I'm actually kind of scared about what that looks like?
Yeah, you have to start. If you don't start as soon as possible, a year will go by.
When you say start, you mean write that song, record that?
Yes. You have to go to the studio. You have to do those things, and or do what you can do. Okay. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people go, I haven't got money for the studio. Okay, when that acting job comes, why don't you try and build like your own little home studio and start with that?
What if neither of them are coming?
What if neither of them are coming?
Yeah.
Right, but don't stop. Otherwise, if you stop, you'll never finish. When that acting bag does come, you know what I mean, you'll be able to reclaim your tax through creative endeavors. But see, we have to talk about these things.
It's true.
So a lot of people don't want to talk about money. You got to talk about money. You'll be able to, so rather than have, like, you've spent a lot of your other money on other things, taxman's going to come back for you and be like, yo, like, why didn't you... No, not why. Just give me my money. Whereas you can reclaim your tax through like creative endeavors and really just do what you can do. I think this whole thing like networking and all that kind of stuff, it's great. But you know, what works for another person doesn't always work for you. I think it's just like about having the people around you, the relationships. Relationships is key. People around you are invested in you and saying, look, I want to make this. And can we make it together? Yeah. Working with people, building those relationships. When you build relationships with people, they do things for you, not always for free, but they'll work around you. That's the way, rather than reaching. They've got a pot of gold under you that you don't want to look at, and do what you can do in that moment. If you're not consistent, then years will go past and you'll go, wow, why didn't I? What's happening all this time? Because time just, it goes.
All right, so we're going to wrap up there. But Niyi, could you tell us how people can find you and what we can see you in next, if you're able to share that?
My handle is Lawani Story for my music. And I'll see you guys in season 2. Actually, yeah.
Season 2 of ...
Season 2 of ...
Yeah. Cool. But all right, Niyi, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you coming in.
You. Yeah, man. Yeah. And watch Dirty Love. Listen to Dirty Love, that song.
That's the start. All right, cool. Thank you so much. Cool. 6 months into graduating from drama school, I felt like I hit rock bottom. That's where the idea of Be Seen came from. The idea is for creatives and artists to be seen. So I want to create a community of like-minded individuals who will work together to collaborate and take each other to the next level. So if you're an artist, a creative, an actor, director, producer, and you want to be part of the Be Seen community, send us an email, leave a comment in the section below, and let's get connected.